Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. On September 21st, President İlham reviewed the conditions created after a major overhaul carried out in secondary schools number 71 and 307 in Sabunçu district of the capital.
Informing President İlham about major overhaul carried out in secondary school number 71 in Sabunçu district, head of Baku Executive Authority Eldar Azizov noted that considering the density of pupils, an additional building for 864 pupils made of 30 classrooms had been constructed for the school. The comprehensive development concept implemented under the leadership of President İlham Aliyev in our country considers the field of education as a priority. Unprecedented works are carried out in the direction of major overhaul, reconstruction of schools, construction of new school buildings throughout the country, including in the capital. All of this, first of all, provides for ample opportunities to ensure pupils receive high-quality education and delve into secrets of science. This, at the same time, is a vivid example of attention Azerbaijani state pays to the development of educated, knowledgeable and intellectual youth in Azerbaijan. The building of secondary school number 71 was built in 1980. Along with classrooms, the building with a capacity of 1,176 pupils will feature subject laboratories and gyms. The classrooms and labs are equipped with necessary educational equipment. Secondary school number 307 also underwent major overhaul and a new building was built here. The progress and future of any state is directly linked with its level of education. The investments channeled to this field are the investments made into the future. Azerbaijani state is the leader country in the world from that perspective. In no country in the world so many schools were built and reconstructed in such a short period of time. One of the important factors is that newly established and major overhaul educational institutions are supplied with state-of-the-art equipment. The building of secondary school number 307 was a capacity of 1,176 pupils, which was built in 2006, underwent major overhaul. An additional building made of 15 classrooms was built. The new building is for 432 pupils. The school features chemistry, physics, biology labs, military cabinet and library. The pupils will be able to consummate their knowledge by undertaking trainings in different labs. The school also features military preparation room, labor rooms for girls and boys and gym. It should be noted that both major overhaul and construction works, which were carried out in secondary schools numbers 71 and 307, were implemented based on the respective executive orders on the measures in respect to the construction, major overhaul and restoration of educational enterprises in Baku and its settlements signed by the head of state last year and this year.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham received Group Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of DP World, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem.
The successful development of economic relations between Azerbaijan and the United Arab Emirates was held at the meeting. During the conversation, the sides discussed the issues related to the prospects for cooperation in the fields of investment and logistics. They also noted that the opening of new transport corridors initiated by Azerbaijan and the launch of a free trade zone in the country will play an important role in expanding economic ties both between the two countries and in the region.
President İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva attended the opening of a new building of the Baku European Lyceum for 1,560 pupils in the White City.
Minister of Education Emin Amrullayev informed President İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva about the conditions created in a new building of the Baku European Lyceum. In the modern world, the future of every country is measured by the level of its education. Educational achievement is an important part of the development concept. From this point of view, very important projects are being consistently implemented in Azerbaijan at the state level. All these ongoing works play a significant role in the development of a highly intellectual human capital and the creation of a modern education system in accordance with international standards. Make great contribution to the continuous provision of competitive, professional, knowledgeable and skillful human resources. As a result of the comprehensive measures taken in our country in recent years to develop education, great success has been achieved in this area. Modern innovative teaching methods are successfully applied. The Lyceum has its own educational model. In the STEAM room, divided into engineering, robots, meetings, art, science, and the nursery zones, all conditions that meet the requirements of a modern world are created for pupils. In this educational institution, the construction of which began last year, in addition to 70 classrooms, physics, chemistry, biology labs, computer science rooms, military training rooms, a film school, painting and diplomacy rooms, a small academy of sciences and art studio, gym and assembly halls, and a dining room will be commissioned and given to the disposals of professors and pupils. In short, the conditions established here create ample opportunities for the identification and development of the intellectual and creative potential of gifted pupils, their formation on the basis of high spiritual and cultural values. The Baku European Lyceum, subordinate to the Ministry of Education, is a public school for gifted children. Every year, 100% of the Lyceum graduates who enter higher educational institutions with high scores continue their studies at many prestigious universities in the world.
President Ilham Aliyev addressed a letter of condolences to President of Russian Federation Vladimir Putin. The letter states, "Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich, I was deeply saddened by the news of the casualties and injuries as a result of a shooting at Perm State National Research University. On behalf of the people of Azerbaijan and on my own behalf, I extend my sincere condolences to you, families and loved ones of those who die, and wish all the injured a speedy recovery." Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan. The next meeting of the Economic Council under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Ali Asadov took place. During the meeting, draft state and summary budgets, revised macroeconomic forecasts for 2021-2025 years, as well as draft budgets for State Social Protection Fund and Unemployment Insurance Fund for next year were discussed. The priorities of cooperation between the executive and legislative authorities in the post-war period were discussed. In a video format during the Milli Majlis meeting, Speaker of the Milli Majlis, Sahiba Gafarova, underscored such priorities as the development by deputies of the work with voters on an appropriate basis, support for state policy based on attention and care for the families of martyrs, war veterans, heroic sons of the motherland who had lost their health in battles, as well as better protection of national interests of Azerbaijan. Dwelling on the systematic and multifaceted administrative and political reforms carried out by the head of state, head of the Department of the Presidential Administration, Adalat Valiyev, noted that the government-opposition dialogue and work with political parties had been reorganized in the country, emphasizing the prospects for further improvement of interaction between the executive and legislative authorities. He also touched upon issues requiring special attention in specific areas. In particular, he made relevant proposals for development work at a higher level. Afterwards, the discussion on the topic was held. 54,000 hectares of forest in the Karabakh and the eastern Zangezur economic zone of Azerbaijan were destroyed during the Armenian occupation. Before the occupation, the forest cover in those areas amounted to 229,000 hectares. Massive deforestation not only led to soil erosion, but also contributed to the destruction of the forest ecosystem and its valuable species of flora and fauna. This was stated at a briefing held at Ada University for representatives of the diplomatic corps in our country on the topic, the state of the environment and natural resources in the eastern Zangezur and Karabakh economic regions of Azerbaijan. It was underscored that the value of 52 fields exploited and plundered during the occupation is estimated in billions. The Zangezur copper, molybdenum and Kafan copper ore plants on the territory of Armenia pollute our transboundary rivers, in particular of Chuchai River, with untreated production waters, as well as with sewage generated in the cities of Kafan and Gajaran. Currently, the riverbed has turned into an environmental disaster zone. That was all for the day. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.